Tony's up. He says, I work part-time and manage a few actual business GMB listings in the UK. In the UK, excuse me. You frequently mention G sites. Are these different from GMB sites? Yeah, GMB websites are the free, like one-page website that you get with your Google My Business profile, which has a limit of 5,000 characters, by the way. Um, or maybe it's 50,000. I think it might be 50,000. Anyways, it does have a limit because I reached it on one of them recently. Anyway, G sites are sites.google.com. So if you go to sites.google.com, you'll see what a Google site is. And that's what we talk about. And when we say G sites, that's what we're talking about. If we're talking about GMB websites, we're going to call it a GMB website. So G sites or Google sites is sites.google.com. It's like, it's a full kind of CMS, I guess, that you can have in Google sites that we use for the drive stacks and the SEO shield. So you want to comment on that, Marco?
Yeah, G sites are the only one that the all-in-one that Google gives for free. The other one is the business site. And it's not just a one pager, because every post that you put on there actually becomes a page in and of itself, and you can actually silo it.
It's like an inner page. Yeah.
It's really cool what happens in those and how you can manipulate that. And it's something that we go into in local GMB Pro.
Yeah. And that shit is working like crazy right now.
Imagine that.
It's crazy.
So I'm going to go off script for a second, right? And just say the training was done how long ago? 3-something years ago? 4?
Probably 4 now, I think.
And people ask, has it been updated? And we're like, no. Well, why? Why would we update something that's working? Same thing with RYS Academy. Same thing with the SEO Shield. Something's changed. Like now, what we're recommending is when you send for that GMB pin, to have as much detail in there as possible, so you never again have to go and change anything, so that you don't run the risk of getting suspended. If it's real, it's hard to get a suspension, but it does happen. You've had real businesses suspended by Google, which is ridiculous. But I mean, the foundational principles of that training, which is what we always work on. We don't go with the latest, greatest. We don't go with the newest, bestest, brightest, whatever. We just don't. We go with what works. And if it's a hack, we try to tell people, like when we were able to verify GMBs, that it is a hack and that it's liable to get terminated, which is why we gave people a money back guarantee and a suspension, even guarantee on some. And we ended up giving people a whole bunch of money back because it was something that we knew Google could close or shut down at any time. Other ways, we work on foundational principles. In the GMB, we're going exactly by what Google says to do. That we do it our way, well, that's just us, and it's open like that it can be manipulated that way. And you're still, I mean, yeah, it's getting really close to the edge, but you're still within the boundaries of what the terms of service says. We're allowed to post. We're allowed to post images. We're allowed to post video. We're allowed to do a whole bunch of different things, and it's exactly what we do. And they just keep opening up things and making it better and making it easier, making it simpler and making it more powerful. So if you could, why would you not take advantage of that GMB? And it's ridiculous. And no, I do have plans to update it at some point. We talked about it, but just so people know, it works, and it works like crazy. And if you go into the heavy hitter club, you learn the foundational principles and apply that to whatever you're doing in local GMB Pro, people are not going to know what hit them.
Yeah, there's 2 things I want to add to that. Number one is the fundamentals don't change, guys. And that's the thing. Everybody's looking for the shiny new object that's sexy and and all that kind of stuff. But man, some of these principles, they just fucking work. And so, like, why deviate from that if you know that they work and it's not some loophole that is going to be exploited for some short period of time and possibly closed? You know what I mean? Loopholes can become closed, can be closed. But some of these are a lot, like local GMB Pro stuff, that's fundamentals. That shit doesn't change. And just one other quick tease to kind of encourage more people to join the Heavy Hitter Club is And I'm just going to make one statement and I'm not going to expand upon it. So don't ask, because you'd have to find out in the heavy hitter club. But, you know, using GMB for organic rankings it works. Let's just say that. So it works. And I've proven that in the last couple of weeks over and over again across multiple examples, where clients said like, hey, I know my maps is ranking really well, but I'd like to get a push organically. And I've done a couple of things that I've learned, again, local GMB Pro heavy hitter club, and been able to push organic rankings with the GMB. It's insane. So just throwing that out there.